Need for Speed, I got you, bro. Put me in a tournament. I'm drifting all
Stop.
up and down those fucking mountains, dog. I'm a beast.
He said,
Anyways.
run it up. I got it upstairs.
Bruh, I'm a shit. But like 3 random dudes like saw my shit. They're just like, one of them was just watching the whole time. He was like, dude, this is sick.
That was funny. There was one time where one of our cousins were like playing, and he's like, "I'm on Twitch right now." So I went to his Twitch, and he's like, "Bro, I got a viewer." I was like, "You dumbass, it's me."
Oh fuck.
Alright, boys, we're live.
You didn't have to do that.
Yo, what's
it's over
good?
now?
This is the Rajadat Podcast.
Rajadat
Sir.
Podcast.
Got a good panel. We'll see what's good with the homies. Okay, let's go, Solomon. Introduce yourself and then
My name is Solomon, and
what do you do for a living?
build swimming pools.
That's what's up. That's tight.
On to the next one.
Alright, no, go ahead.
I'm
What do you do?
And I do Family Dollar shipping.
That's tight, bro.
Stack trailers and boxes.
Okay, Lorenzo, you can talk to any mic. Shit work.
My name's Lorenzo, and I'm a employee guard.
The fuck does that mean?
It's like private security. Like I'm a deterrent for like theft control.
Shout out Prior Vision.
Prior Vision, shout out, that's Jen.
Okay, you know what Boo Boo does. Boo himself. He's
I
just-
work at a discount tire. I'm a service tech. I fix tires
That's what's
off
up.
broken cars.
I'm a
Off
nurse at the
broken
hospital,
wheels.
but we trying to make this podcast go big, bro. Anyway, it's cool. This is probably the first time we had this many fucking people on the pod. So hopefully, this shit'll go cool once we curate this shit into TikTok and YouTube. But I've been having conversation with him. He know what this podcast is about. Rajadat Podcast is about basically kind of like self-improvement for men in general. I guess this is a question to go out to everybody. How do you become the best person you could be, and like as a minority, I guess. Specifically for me, as a poly, like I go to work. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're poly, Loki. You're kind of small," or just like I'm not the stereotypical way you talk about people who are Polynesian. They're either athletes or they're either exactly like look at Lorenzo. This dude is huge. He's built, but they look at me. I'm lighter. I'm not an athlete at all. I just do my thing, but I don't know. Is there some kind of perspective y'all have? And we'll go Boo Boo. What do you think? We talked about this before, but like you kind of relate to me.
How I
in a way.
view
Yeah,
everything.
like growing up. What was it like being poly, but just growing up in America? Like I assume is different than being actually in the islands versus being in America where you're not perceived as the typical Polynesian.
Yeah, like for sure, especially like when we're not in like Hawaii or something, and then you go back to Hawaii and everyone looks at you like different, cause you went somewhere else or you grew up in like a different place, so they don't look at you as like full poly. I feel like I was definitely treated like differently from other poly, even though I'm just as poly as some of them are, or I am poly at least, right? So
What do you think? You think it's your size or your skin color or?
maybe, or they just think I'm like lesser of a poly than they are. I've caught that vibe from a few polys in high school. Like, you're not poly enough to hang out with us. Like, I'm too white. Cause I don't talk pidgin all the time. Only like sometimes or if I'm in Hawaii, I'll talk a little bit pidgin. But
Tell us what you told me before about how people would cater to you because they thought you didn't understand them.
yeah, I feel like some people, like friends that I hang out with in like high school, like they think they have to like dumb things down for me, and because they like, let's say they say something in someone, but I know what it is, and then they don't think I know what it is because I'm not poly enough to know like those things.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how they look at me. So I'm like, yeah, that's what I've like. It's not a lot. Like, it's not something crazy. It's like, well, it's like so heartbreaking. It's just like, just something I noticed as being like more whiter. Even though I'm like the more poly sibling.
I would
Out of
say
all of
out
us.
in like Utah, you'd be like a minority, but in Hawaii you'd still kind of be a minority. You're not as poly.
Yeah, you look more Filipino.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Bro,
Oh,
I
I
get
was
that.
like, dead ass.
Bro, I get that shit a lot, dude. Like people I work with, like in healthcare, because there's a bunch of Filipinos in healthcare. They're like, "Are you Filipino?" I'm like, "No, I'm Samoan Maori." I'm like,
Well, shoot, it's just
I-
like who was it? Joe Coy.
Yeah,
his
like
his
Joe
his
Coy,
whole thing,
exactly.
when he talked about like Filipinos and being like doctors and all that stuff, like that's literally like how their lifestyle is. Like they grow up and their parents push it so hard,
Yeah.
so they're like that's why I
Yeah,
think we get mixed up with it a lot. With
I don't.
other,
I don't think that's necessarily like a fault to them,
it's not a bad thing.
but I would say we're
Somebody's drunk.
like misrepresented in a
Yeah.
way, but it is what it is. What about you, Renzo? Do you like how is it growing up for you in Utah versus being poly? Did you ever feel like a minority? Did you ever
Yeah.
any
well,
issues you grew up with?
You know, it wasn't too bad because like I was raised in American Samoa, and like I don't really deal with like the ethnical issues of like what your traditional like standard Polynesian is. Like everybody looks at me and like it's like either I'm Polynesian, and like the only other race I've ever been mistaken for is like a big Mexican, which is like no hate at all.
I would assume most people thought you were poly.
Yeah, that's but like
From-
that's what I
from the
usually
jump.
get. It's like, oh, you look poly, like your traditional like standard size, like. But I think like growing up in like mostly Utah, like I went to middle school, high school, like I feel like that's like considered like your standard ages of like growing up somewhere, and so like I was like raised in Utah, and so like I guess the transition for me was like, it was like they would expect me to be into like just like Polynesian things, like they'd be like, oh bro, you gotta know how to sing, right? Like that's like a huge stereotype.
Oh yeah,
right?
dude, dance for us.
Bro, like exactly, yeah, bro. Like somebody always wants you like to do something traditional, right? And so like for me, that's not really like a part where I've struggled for, where like it was like I felt less of like what I am, you know. Like people like consider me Samoan, like I got Samoan vibes, like I feel like it's all like aloha, like your standard love, like your alofa. Like I think that's just what it means to be like Polynesian, not so much like your tradition, but just like knowing what you are, and, like what you represent.
That's what's up, bro. I mean, you live in Hawaii now, so
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, I'm
you're from the islands now.
trying to be, yeah. Yep.
What about you, Noah? What you think?
Oh, mine.
You ever grow up?
I mean, ours is way different in a sense, because I mean, we grew up still like in a poly house and stuff like that, like, but we didn't do like traditional things, like not saying like close, but it only happened when we were with the rest of our families, when like they had us like want to dance, or like if we had to like do anything like they asked. It's like, but it's like weird because even like when we went to school, it was like we were still like counted as poly, but it wasn't like we were like fitted in
Did you ever have to? Did anyone ever ask you to do the haka?
all the time. But
Bro.
it's funny because they only asked me if I was around all the other polys.
Bro, cause like haka isn't even fucking poly. It's Maori. It's like
Yeah.
totally different. So if you're not Maori, then like to assume you're gonna do haka for everyone is kind of weird.
Yeah, ask somebody to dance like that. It's like asking like a Hispanic person to do like the bachata. all the
Yeah,
time.
it's like you grew up with it. Like you're expected to do that shit even though you're not part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of different in Utah, in my opinion. What about you, Solomon? How old are you compared to us? I mean, I'm 24.
29 years old. 29 years old.
Yeah, I would say you're a little, like your generation's a little above us. What about you? You grew up in, I mean, you told me you grew up
California, Utah. But I wouldn't say Polynesian is more of like a color or of a mindset or of, you know, who you think you are. It's family. Like Fa Samoa means something, so that's what it is. So everybody here feels, you know, we're all Polynesian, we're all family. So that's what it means to me. Doesn't mean like a skin color or something like that.
Yeah, I would agree. So like, I don't know. Social media has skewed my view on the way people think Polynesian is. Like, we see the haka and then we see like certain things, and that assumes everyone, but everyone has individuality, and I don't know. I think it's a good point how all of our families are. Like, if we think Polynesian, we think family in terms of us, and it's not so much what we do.
Yeah, it's like if you go to high school, and then you're, perfect example, you both know you're Polynesian, so you get along immediately. You just have that, okay, you're Polynesian, I'm Polynesian. Other people don't understand that, so that's why they will maybe focus you as like a minority.
Oh yeah.
But it's not like that way, just more that you have like a bond, and they could be like, jealous of that shit, I don't know.
No, yeah, I agree. I remember the first time I came to Utah, I went to class. It was like January. The shit was 35 degrees. I was wearing shorts. It was like I was like misplaced, bro.
Just say you're tall, bro.
I was wearing shorts, bro, and everyone was like, "What the fuck is this kid wearing?" I'm not gonna lie. I saw another fob wearing a jumpsuit with Uggs on. I was like, that is fob more than me. But no, it was weird because my homie Nephi, he came up. He's like, "Yo, are you Pauly?" And then I said, "Are you Pauly?" And then he's like, "Yeah." And we said, "Yeah." And it was squash from there. It's like we're meant to be friends from the minute. So I understand that bond. That's how it is. I want to ask. We'll start with Solomon. What was?
God, this question's getting crazy. Good.
Yeah, bro.
I was nervous over you. I'm trying to see my shit.
What was your? Were you expected, I guess, to play football, or sports, and is that all you were meant to be, in terms
No.
of where you're older? Because
No.
for me, I talk about my homies, whenever we go to cookouts, all the uncles would ask, "Yo, you playing ball?" Or "What are you doing?" And then I would tell them, "No, I'm not playing football." I would say I'm swimming because that's what I did, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." And then the conversation went in. Then they would talk to my cousins who were collegiate athletes. They're like, "Oh yeah," they would hype them up. So, in my view, polys were, at least from the older generation looking down, if you weren't an athlete, then you were nothing, in my opinion. So I want to go around and see what your
See, for me it was
opinions are.
different because for my dad, he was older than old, so he was more of trying to teach me how to cook and do other sorts of things and be a man and be a brother, whatever, a sibling support, I guess. So I won state in Timpview my 9th grade year, but nobody it wasn't a big deal. So I don't think it was a big deal. I just think it was more of a big deal from my standpoint of view to be around than to be somebody that's some athlete.
Yeah, that's tight. But you experienced the same thing with you guys had the same parents, so I mean, do you?
Well, Noah was a monster.
Well, I don't know. I've always been physically active in sports, so it was never
Tell your story about your soccer career.
I don't want to talk about
Here's
it.
your podcast. Tell your story about the
Come
soccer
on, dog.
career.
bro, if
Yeah,
you're a soccer-
podcast.
if you're a soccer athlete, then
Do it.
So this is
This is a
way
perfect
different because
example.
it's off because a Samoan playing soccer is that's non-existent.
I
But
don't think I know a Samoan soccer player, bro.
That would be tight.
I don't think there's even. I don't know if there's even a professional one. But I played football until my sophomore year, and then I just got super into soccer. Don't know why, I just did. And then my sophomore, junior, senior, first year of college, played soccer. But my senior year, I went above and beyond what I was trying to do in soccer, which would have been the same if I did football, but just went playing soccer path. And I went the high school team. I went on a travel soccer team. I went to colleges, played against top colleges and stuff. I played with like Alabama, FSU, Miami.
What?
Yo,
You play
fuck?
soccer with those?
Yeah, I played with their teams.
Yo, those are
And I got
D1
offers.
programs,
What
people.
the
I
shit?
got offers
Oh,
to
here
a
comes
lot of
the
them.
story.
Yeah. So I actually got a offer to North Carolina, to Tar Heels.
Starting striker, full paid scholarship.
Well, not starting
Here
striker. I was
comes the
going to be
boom.
the starting cam. Well, center attacking mid. It's just abbreviation. But so
What
So
the
I'm glad you
fuck?
said it.
That shit's crazy.
literally, it was,
Boom.
so like everything was fine. I got a full ride scholarship, all that stuff. The only thing they asked me, which I didn't know, was like it was like a month before, but they were like, all right, the only thing I have to pay for is out of state tuition or out of state like student. That's the only thing I have to pay for. Besides that, I have room and board, classes were paid for, all that stuff. Literally a month before, they were like, it's $3,000. I did not have $3,000, and my parents were able to pay, and I had to lose it. Had to lose it all. So I was
Damn.
But the thing about it is, I went to my state college, and they heard what happened, and they at least gave me a break where they gave me at least my first year of college free. But it did suck because I lost. It was a full ride scholarship, but I wasn't able to go because I couldn't pay out of state tuition, which like sucks because it's like there's a lot of good people that can't pay stuff like that. Where if they could, leagues and stuff would be so different.
But
It'd
what'd
be
you
so
learn?
different. What I learned is
How to barbecue.
no what I
Shit. Were you devastated from that happening?
Cheers.
Or?
I was devastated for about 2 days.
Who wouldn't be though?
Because it was
That
Right.
should be.
it was where it hit me like not where it was like it's like damn. It hit me where I realized I was like, all right, it's not gonna be handed to me. Because honestly, like my dad, he was good about like me doing all like the camps, going out, like doing like playing against the colleges, going on the college showcase team and all that stuff. And so it was like a good opportunity, but like even if you have a good opportunity doesn't mean you're gonna make it. Which made me realize I was like, people that make it deserve it. And a lot of people don't believe it on some people. Like they're like, oh, this kid's rich, da 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 da. Like, yeah, he might be rich, he still made it. Like some people are super good and they're not gonna make it. But so I didn't take anything like traditional wise, especially like when it came to like sports. I went like a couple
You're
of
like the
different
Steve
paths.
Nash of soccer that never made it.
Yeah.
And never made it.
He's just laughing at your pain, bro.
He's just
That's your
like,
brother right there, bro. He
He
said, gotcha.
No, that's tight, bro. That's what's up. I had no idea.
No, but he's definitely probably the most humble dude I know.
Like, if I could play soccer, I would. Like, I've still played with like super high athletes and stuff. Like, I've played with like Real Salt Lake. I played with their whole team before. I've gone to a couple of their practices when I was younger. I mean, not anymore because I live here. I can't go up there.
I would say because he's fat.
Yeah, a little dad bod, you know. Getting out
Can't
of
hurt,
shape.
can't hurt.
Still look good though,
No,
bro.
that's not-
Yeah,
Look
but-
good, bro.
Lorenzo, you're the next on the plate.
Asshole.
Oh, dang, jeez. What on me?
Anyway, yeah, that's tight. I had no idea. D1 athlete, like low key, like you could have been, or you just didn't have the exact opportunity to exploit what was offered to you. But still, that's tight to hear experience. Anyway, I know Lorenzo. I don't know about your college situation, but I know in high school you played really good in school. Was there any kind of other avenue besides school, besides going to college and playing football, that was pushed on you, or was it strictly like, Lorenzo, you're gonna play football, if not, you're gonna go on your mission and you're gonna come home and you're gonna get married and have kids? Like, was there any kind of I don't know how to say this, like were your parents ever encouraging of other avenues besides those two, like school or mission, like kind of thing?
Influencing your decisions.
Yeah, no, I definitely think just like especially within like a Polynesian household, like like the main thing is like the elders, yeah. Like you're supposed to be super respectful. Like what they say goes. Like it doesn't matter who you are. Like it doesn't matter like your monetary status. It doesn't matter like what you're doing in life. Like the elders, like you know, you're supposed to show them with respect. Like you're supposed to basically do anything they ask, really. But like I think like in that point of view, like when my family like suggested stuff, I think they did it in like a good enough way for me to understand that like it wasn't just like football. Like football is definitely pushed on you. Like especially like being like your size demographic. Like you know, like you see a big kid, you're gonna just think, oh, automatic, like play football.
Yeah, you're like
that's just the standard.
Loki, you're the build for
yeah, and so like that's
modern day
just
DN, like lineman kind
yeah,
of thing.
and so I think it's just interesting how like different Polynesians like end up doing different stuff. Like Noah did soccer, like you're doing nursing, like you're a freaking tech at like an automotive company. Like that's like different routes that like people don't realize. Like you can have a successful career without that being pushed. I think just like Polynesians have the right point of view of like motivating their kids to like do something with their abilities. Like if you're blessed to be big, like do something that's gonna try to make you money, like that you're gonna enjoy. So like I think just them not pushing just like football or rugby is like the status quo. I think them pushing like, yeah, like you can be an artist, like you can be like.
So I have a question. Do you think, as a Polynesian parent, they would push more of an athlete or more of an artist?
I definitely think it's more athlete, especially if like your build. But like I think the way to go about it is like, man, there's this guy, freaking this basketball player, and he was like talking about how water, like it's like the same water, but like if you buy it on an airplane, it's more expensive. If you buy it on a hotel, like it's more expensive. But like the water is like the same water.
Just
so
location.
Like yeah, it's just location on like what your value is. So like if you're not feeling valued, like move on, like do something else. So like you not wanting to play football, like you took the nursing route, like you took like the warehouse route. You took like we all just took different routes on like what's pushed on you. And I think if they did it that way instead of just mainly focusing on like big sport like
one
sensations,
yeah,
it's
like a
you can't
one-way
like
ticket.
That's just not realistic for you to depend on that type of parenting. Like yeah, it works. Like Samoans, like they have like what was it like a 75% chance of your average human being to make the NFL, like more than them, like just based off of being Polynesian. Like the genetics don't lie.
That was racist.
No, it's just genetics. I'm just saying, like how tall are you? How tall are you? How tall are you? Okay,
He's just said 75. Like,
look at their tattoos. Look at their tattoos. Need I say less?
Door's
Polynesian.
locked.
Oh yeah, I like that shit.
Welcome to the podcast. It is Lorenzo's turn to be a racist.
That was racist.
How was that racist?
It was racist.
Was that racist?
I don't know.
Are
I'm
these
just-
not your standards?
I'm moderating. I'm moderating.
Look at this man.
Look at this man. Yeah.
Hey
What?
man, everyone has
What do you
their
wanna say?
opinion.
No, bro, you're taller. You're bigger. Like he looks Polynesian, bro. Like,
Okay,
How's that
boo boo. Okay,
racist?
all right, boo boo. What do you think? Like, what do you think was pushed on you? What do you think?
I think being an athlete was hella pushed in high school, or like especially like for boys, like being like doing football was like the biggest, especially in Hawaii. Hawaii has like the biggest high school football scene ever, and like you watch like Red Raider games and shit, you see the whole thing filled out and shit. It's like damn. But like yeah, I feel like in Hawaii, I know guys who've repeated their senior year just to play football again. Because they weren't gonna make it to college, but they wanted to keep playing football. It's like
Yeah, like they got held back.
yeah, they on purpose. On purpose, they like purposely failed, and did shitty in class so they could stay back and play another year of football. And I was like, when I heard that, I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, go live your life, bro. Football isn't everything. I feel like that's really pushed in high school.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They're hurting their education just to play.
Just to play football, just one more year, or however long they're gonna fucking stay in their senior year. But
you gotta think
How
of it,
long
bro.
have
give
you
it-
been in St. George for?
2 years.
Okay.
I graduated my senior year here, and then I've been here for like another year.
Nice.
Yeah.
He went to Tuacahn School of Arts, yeah.
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 I'm sorry.
For music.
Fancy dance. Fancy dance, yeah.
That shit's hard.
Yeah. No, I didn't go anywhere. And they just stayed where
Isn't
it
that
was.
just a fine art school, right?
Yeah, they fucking so Tuacahn got shut down.
Oh.
They got kicked out of their place that they're renting or whatever for their school, and they rebranded into Utah Academy of Arts.
Oh.
They're in Sunset now, like by the bowling alley. We're literally right across the street from the movie theaters in Sunset.
Oh, what? The Stadium 8?
Oh shit! Oh shoot!
That like little clock tower looking ass
Yeah.
fucking building next to yeah, it's there. That's the school now.
Yeah.
There's so much shit that happened at the old campus.
Where's
The
the Brown
fucking-
Samoan kid?
Where's that old guy? Where's that fucking
I
brown
need
kid?
him on my football team.
Where's the Tuacahn High School? Where's that brown kid? No, that's funny. I guess we'll move on to the next question. We'll start with Boo Boo. I guess. Fuck,
Your
I don't
name's
know.
Boo
Who
Boo?
do you
That's my
Yeah, yeah.
nickname, yeah.
who do you look up to? Like,
Right.
Who what?
I guess. Who do you look up to in terms of I don't know, like who do you think as a role model for you? Because everyone here is a little different, but everyone here is Polynesian. Like everyone understands. Like
Yeah.
we got the main guys like The Rock that we see everywhere. We see Jason Momoa nowadays, but like who do you look up to?
I don't think I have like a set role model like that I actually look at and be like, I want to be like them. I don't think, not anymore at least. Like I probably looked at some dude back when I was younger, but now I don't really think I have a role model.
Are you just talking about like celebrity wise, or like
Anyone. Well, I don't care. It doesn't even have to be Polynesian. Just who do you look up to?
Yeah,
You look
no.
up to anyone? You don't have someone to say, hey, goddamn, I want to be.
I
like
have
that dude.
maybe day to day, like at work. There's one of my manager dudes are like they're pretty cool and they do everything pretty like efficiently and shit. And I guess I look up to him in that respect. Like I want to be like him in my job, like do what he does, and do it kind of like how he does. So I guess day to day, but I don't have like somebody that I have plastered on my wall. Like I want to be like this man. You know what I'm saying?
Just looking forward to like everyday things.
Yeah, like I kind of just live my life how I'm slowly learning, especially being fucking young, like 19, and like figuring all this kind of shit out.
Jesus Christ, you drink. You haven't got there yet.
Yeah.
Bro, no, that's why I'm like learning all this shit, and it's crazy at 19 because I think like a lot of us kids that are like my age and shit, we think we know everything, but there's like I have my whole life ahead of me. I keep forgetting that I have like 20 plus years to live, hopefully, if the Earth survives.
What about you, Lorenzo? What do
Hey, tomorrow.
40 more.
what do you think, Lorenzo?
Uh,
Do you
It's a
have
long
someone you
time
look
for
up
me,
to,
man.
or
I've only been alive 19.
yeah, I don't know. I think my main thing, like, especially growing up, like my dad was like significantly older too, like he was old, like he was like already at his old man stage. So like a lot of the guys I looked up to was like my brothers, just cause like the age gap difference is like it's like 20 years, 30 years. Like my oldest brother's 52, and like I don't know, it just seemed like because I have 7 of them.
damn?
So it just seemed like, yeah, I just had 7
What the
dads.
fuck?
And so, like, I just literally just looked up to, like, every single one of them. Like, I was just, like, there wasn't one of them that I was like, damn, this guy's lame. Like, all my brothers were, I was like, dang, like,
It wasn't the age difference between like you and your brother above you? Isn't that like
it's like 11 years. Yeah. Yeah, so, like, that's, like, my closest brother is Prince. Yeah, but he's like my next closest brother of age. And, like, so, like,
So your brothers, you look up to your brothers.
yeah, basically.
That's tight. What you know?
I'm pretty sure me and my brother are gonna have the same thing, our dad, because I mean, well, I mean,
Just
it's
strippers.
yeah, it's what?
What?
No, it's just
Oh, boy.
he was just a solid role model in our lives. He was very like when he like taught us lesson stuff, it was very bold, straight to the point, where he didn't need explaining. He never like try to make it sweet or anything like that. So it wasn't like hard to like think of somebody else like trying to be like a role model. Not saying we want to be like him, just his lessons that he taught us. So it's not like I don't have a role model where I'm like what Bubba said, like, oh, I want to be exactly like him and stuff like that. It's just like I think of more of like my dad's lessons that he told me, and what we live by is my role model. So
No,
more
yeah.
of just his lessons is what I think is a role model to me.
That's
and a
tight.
person.
What about you, Solomon?
My role model is Kevin Durant. I wanna
Fuck
play
yeah.
Basketball like that motherfucker. Kobe Bryant. Maybe Shaq. Put them all
R.I.P.
together.
Kobe.
Exactly.
Kobe.
No, that's
I guess I don't know. I'll have to think about it more. I don't know who my role
That's tough.
role
I'm
model is.
gonna be
yeah.
honest. Like same shit for me. Like like my role model is my uncle who passed away, but he was like that dude that would like always want to act like or like kind of be like he was into music, so I would like take after his music style and like where he was from. He's from LA, so I was like, oh, I take pride in being from LA because my uncle was from LA, like all my uncles are from LA kind of thing. Like, and then he always made fun of like so he adopted my real sister, my blood sister. My mom gave birth, and then they adopted my little sister. So in a sense, he was like a father figure to me. But then he would always be like, "Yo, that's Uncle Kobe on TV," like, "Yo, that's Kobe." Like Kobe was really that dude for some of us some of us who grew around that environment. Like Laker fans, obviously, homeboy has his Laker shirt on. He know what the
I have
vibe
his legacy
is.
jersey.
Exactly. It's
Everything he
like
had, everything he did.
it's like
What's up?
it's funny how
Damn, man, that's smooth.
certain people
That's
like
smooth.
I would say
He's
like
gay.
Haters. Whatever.
Haters gonna hate, man.
no, but it's for real. Like I looked up to Meuli role models in my life more than people who look like me. Like Kobe was that dude. Like, oh, I want to be like, I want to have the same mentality, mama mentality. But like growing up, I never wanted to be like The Rock. I just wasn't in WWE like that. I don't know if y'all were, but like I I was like Kobe, bruh. That nigga the best, bruh. Like it's crazy how often we want to be.
Dwayne.
Dwayne
Dwayne. No, yeah, but
It's like, I don't know, Dwayne, he's like a good role model, but like, I think physically wise.
I think he's pretty good. Role
Well, like, I mean, like,
I
if that
I
makes sense,
think
like, his
mentality
mentality,
too.
like physically, is super impressive. Like,
Of course,
physically,
yeah.
like,
But,
everything
like,
he
of
does, he's
course,
pretty
like,
damn solid.
he's like gym all the time, all that stuff. So like, of course, people want to like look like him and be like him, but it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of people like not close to The Rock, but like The Rock's a super high person people like look up to.
Maybe Kobe was more down to earth than The Rock. I don't know.
Yeah,
You're both
definitely.
I
I
don't
think
know.
people could be more like Kobe than The Rock in a sense, because
Maybe in daily life, yeah. Like
yeah.
Kobe just.
Nobody can be Kobe. The day of my life.
You can
Or The
adopt. You
Rock.
can adopt the mama mentality though. You could be like, yo, I'm gonna work hard at work.
You might
Like,
think it, but no.
Right? Shoot, Devin Booker. I'm just saying, he's taking Mama mentality to heart.
Devin Booker's a monster.
yeah, I fuck with Devin Booker. Anyway, I was gonna ask. What? So we'll start with Solomon now. How important was I guess having a mentor in your life? Like, I hear a lot of things about like having like a mentor or someone to guide you throughout your life. Personally, I have uncles or something, or my grandpa. Like I grew up with my grandpa. But how did you ever have a mentor in your life, like someone to tell you, no, this is the way you deal with women, or this is the way you deal with certain things in your life, like this is how you shave, like certain things. Like, did you have like
Not shave.
your father?
I wouldn't say shave, but I definitely had a. Yeah, I wouldn't say shave. Like no, my mentor in my life would probably be my grandma Nia. Like there's like crazy stories I could tell you. Like growing up in Long Beach, me and my cousin David, we had a 357. We took it to our aunt's house. Like some crazy stories, all sorts of shit. And then my grandma Nia, which she would always tell me, just like, if you think you're somebody, then like go and try to prove it, and if not, then somebody's gonna prove it for you, type of shit. So
That's tough.
It's pretty wisdom.
I'd say that would be like my mentor and somebody that would like give me the best advice in my life would be my grandma.
I agree. My grandma.
Just from like
Shit.
my personal experiences. And then like there's could be like top 5, like grandma, dad, mom, not Noah, somebody else, not Noah. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not Lorenzo. No, I'm just kidding.
I heard the people was like, "Oh, it's not me."
I'm gonna cry. No. What about you, Noah?
No, but probably my grandma. Just
That's what's
because
up.
she was like, she's old, Fucking crazy. She's a crazy old lady.
They know the most, bro. They know what the fuck going on. This
She's like, you think you're tough? I'm like, fuck yeah. Whap! I'm like, boom. I'm not tough, Grandma. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Grandma tough.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm not tough. I'm not tough, Grandma. I'm not tough.
Them grandma ass whoopings is different, bro. When your grandma ass whoop you, then that should hurt more than anyone else whooping your ass. That's funny.
Emotionally and physically.
Yeah, exactly. You're just like sitting there like some 67-year-old
They say-
woman beat me.
Like, I'm so disappointed in you. Whack your ass.
You're just mad walking pacing back and forth like, oh yeah, oh yeah, motherfucker. Somebody's on your top bunk. Get off there.
And you can't say shit.
Quiet.
Yeah, exactly. You're just mad as shit.
No, it's when they hit you.
You go
What'd
back
you
to
say?
your room,
What'd
crying.
you say?
And then she's like, go get me cigarettes. You're like, fuck. Are you serious?
Is your grandma still like kicking like now? Like she's still
Oh
crazy,
yeah, she'll
bro?
beat the shit out of me.
Dang.
Yeah, she'll sit. She'll sit if you do something wrong.
Hey, bro.
She'll be sitting there and you're like playing bingo. And then she's like, oh yeah, you know.
She'd be like,
Yeah.
"Go give me a drink." And you're like,
Shit.
"You could just ask."
Can I have your card?
She'd be like, "You got money."
What about you, Noah?
Uh,
Mentor-wise, who do you have a mentor?
Yeah, I was kind of hard to say. I don't really have mentors. I basically watched failure, so I knew what not to do. From my mom, my dad, brothers, sisters, like when they fail, I'll pay attention to like not do. Of course, not perfect. Might fall into it, but like I don't like. I mean, basic people in my life. Yeah, they had like leadership in my life of like what I needed to do and stuff, but like I wouldn't like say like they were my mentor of like they taught me how to go this path and stuff like that. It was more I watched, pay attention, and did it like
More like you kind of learn yourself shit. Like,
yeah,
you just learn from everyone else's mistakes and made your own path.
yeah.
That's tight. What you, Lorenzo? Who'd you look up to, or who'd you kind of guide your life around?
Me.
Or if not,
Yeah,
I'm his mentor.
Hey, bro, this guy. Well, for me and this guy have freaking known each other since like elementary school. Our story's crazy, bro. We're gonna have to share it at one point, bro.
Share it
Pretty
now.
crazy,
Go
bro.
ahead.
Bro,
Go
you
ahead,
want
cousin.
anything? We should be
Lorenzo's mom. Lorenzo's dad had sex with my mom. Lorenzo's dad had sex. Lorenzo's dad had sex with my mom.
It's not even
Hey,
good.
yo,
He
yo.
doesn't know. He doesn't
Hey.
know, bro.
He's
Hey,
exposing.
Noah.
Hey, bro, you want to shoot it off though? Should we light this
Gosh.
candle, bro?
Like, hey,
Should we light this
All right, here's what you
candle?
do. We're gonna. We'll
Yeah, Renzo, who's your mentor, bro? Tell me your mentor, please. Just stick to one subject.
What part do you want to tell?
We'll
what?
just start. We'll
At
just
the
start
end,
simple.
we'll
Alright,
just
you go.
we'll spill the beans.
We'll
Oh my
just take off where I
God.
leave off.
All right, yeah.
You just take off where I leave off. Alright, so this story's actually pretty freaking funny and crazy, and I don't know why we're still here, but we are. So if there's that, first of all. But so me and this fool, we went to freaking elementary school together at Roosevelt in Ogden. We're the Roosevelt Raptors, right? And we know that we were in 4th grade together. Alright, you want to hear the story, bro?
Yeah,
No,
it's
but
like his
anyways,
dick.
check
Go ahead.
this.
It's like his dick.
Okay, so I don't know why he was saying my dad, because it's not my
It's
dad,
not.
bro. Just Solomon and his mom think it's my dad. It's not my dad.
You're not my dad.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, so anyways, basically, so from there, we have Noah's mom, and then my brother, my oldest brother, and well, I'm not going to say names.
Wait, he's your oldest?
Yeah, he's my oldest brother, the one that's 52. I was just talking. Yeah, bro, don't say name, bro. Don't name drop now.
Wait,
Come on now.
whoa.
Oh, yeah, you know, that's bad at that, bro. Anyways, yeah, so my older brother, his mom, then you can go from there, bro.
So they didn't have a thing when we first met, though.
Yeah, because you're. Yeah, you
'Cause-
take the story.
So basically, so yeah, we met in elementary school. We were good friends for, I think we only were there for a year
Yeah.
before you left.
6th grade.
Yeah, because you left a year and then I left a year after. And I don't know if at that time my mom and his brother started having like a thing. I don't know if it was at that time, but it's yes, the story gets even crazier. But so so the thing about it is I didn't know where he moved. It was just like another friend. Like when they moved, they're just
You're
gone.
just like this random ass poly kid.
So it was literally, I moved down, come down to St. George, and I was at lunchtime. Comes right behind me and grabs my shoulders, and he's like, "Hey, Noah." And I turn around, I was like, "What the hell?" And he's like, "I can't believe you moved down here." And I was like, "I didn't know you moved here." I was like, "That's crazy." So then we went to school all the way until 9th grade.
9th grade, yeah, middle school.
And then I moved away, had a whole bunch of problems, whatever happened. And then it was after 9th grade, I'm trying to think of how long it was.
you came out of the closet.
Oh my god.
So what was it? I think after my 1 year of college, I came back. And then that's when other stuff started.
Yeah, but moral of the story is, end of the story is basically my brother got a divorce because him
Yeah.
and his mom on the side, but to this
We're
day,
having sex.
Yeah. we're having we're having sneaky link, whatever, bro. And basically, yeah, we're still friends, bro. like we literally just said, "Oh, that's not our business."
So do you know that Noah dated your sister?
Oh, I do
Well,
know. See,
Yeah, so no, it wasn't.
Oh my
It wasn't
out of
his sister.
pocket,
Okay?
bro.
Okay, I didn't know. So I,
Keep it in the family, they say. You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
okay.
This is another
So
poly
many bitches
problem
on
we
the
have to
track,
discuss
bro.
about.
This is
This shit happens
So
too
this-
often.
This is like, honestly, this is one of the craziest stories. So I was actually in Florida when I started talking to, technically it's Lorenzo's niece, but she's older than him because Lorenzo
Age gap.
yeah.
brothers,
So
yeah.
technically she's older than Lorenzo, but I talked to her when I was in Florida. Didn't know that she was like they were related. I didn't know that until I came here. We dated and then we broke up, and then it was like, but we broke up because I figured out you guys are related.
Hey,
And I was in
deserves a
Fiji at the
dap up.
time.
So it was
That deserves a dap up, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Straight up.
Hey,
like, I mean, we're cool. We're fine. But, I mean, it's
it's never
It's
really
like-
like bothered me. Like it's like same thing. Like it's like, oh, that's not my
That's
business.
I mean,
Me and Noah are still tight. Like we're still
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, shoot. Now he works for my
Yeah,
mom.
but I literally work for his mom, bro. Shout out Private Vision.
Vision.
Shout out Private Vision.
Yeah,
What is
Private
that?
Vision security, baby. That's where I work, bro. I told you I was a security guard. You think I was just making that shit?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Prior
What are you talking about?
keeps up, hoes down.
Okay, he does not represent us. he built pools.
He's up.
Hey,
Alright, bro.
that's
That's
true.
funny.
That's actually true.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know, that shit's
keeps up,
crazy.
hoes down,
Like,
bitches.
it's been like more than almost what, 12, 13 years
13 years,
of
bro.
just being in each other's lives in way different ways.
Yeah. Start playing basketball together. Start working together.
Kissing together.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yo.
Don't be mad you didn't join.
He's just
The
mad.
hell?
Jealous.
This is my boy.
He wanted to do
This
that.
is gonna get
He's my friend.
from YouTube. For the
My
sake-
boyfriend. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's my friend.
My
This
best
is
man
for
to my wedding.
LGBT
Oh, yeah,
community.
yeah.
So if that's what you into is.
He didn't invite me to his wedding.
I did invite you to my wedding. I literally invited you. You had your wedding a week before my wedding. So,
I know we can have our anniversaries together.
yeah, no.
That's funny.
Yeah, but anyways, that's how it goes.
Seriously, I'm
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah,
you,
bro.
bro? You have a mentor?
Do I have a mentor?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Who, do
Now
you,
or
who the
am
fuck
I-
do you look up to? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what's the original question?
Sorry, my bad.
we topic each other all the way to friends.
Yeah.
You said mentor?
Yeah. What's
Like
your mentor?
now-
Who's your who? I don't know. Who the fuck do you look up to?
No. Fuck it up.
He was like, yeah.
No.
He's like, how
Yeah,
did you know?
kinda. Shit.
Oh, sorry, sorry.
I don't know. I don't think I have one right now. I don't. Well, I guess you're a mentor in a way, since you're like take me places. In a way, man. Relax. Relax, man.
Well, now we're talking about it.
I get you, nigga.
Nah, but like.
I need
Like,
you.
kind of
I
a
needed you to
mentor?
say it on your own accord, like.
Yeah,
without
no.
me,
It's
like-
because we're doing it at like the same time. Like we're doing it together, but you're kind of like taking more of the. We should do this.
I
We should
see
do
you, I
that. So I'm
see
just
you.
like, oh, okay, that sounds cool. So there's that. But I don't know. I've just kind of picked up things I've learned along the way, from people, and then I kind of pick and choose what I like, from like what I would rather follow. Like there's teachings from like my mom, my dad, but I don't like follow them what they do now, or I don't listen to everything they say now. I just kind of like take.
Making your own way.
Yeah. I kind of just make my own. It's like making my own rules for myself. It's like,
I would say that's a common theme, to be honest. Like,
I think it should be, because I feel like everyone, like, there's no set path that you can make your own. That's kind of like how I'm going through life nowadays. Kind of like picking and choosing shit that I like.
I think it's a damn shame.
That I do that.
No, that like all of us. I think the same way too. Like, I'm my uncle, but I never had my the nigga that gave me life. Like, he never guided me how he was supposed to.
Yeah.
In a way. And that's
I
what
don't
all
know.
of you said too. Y'all said the same
Except them,
shit.
their dad
Like,
was amazing.
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah.
Very.
You guys' dad was
He's just
there,
like,
you
he was
guys
a
was
good,
there.
solid man in my life.
Like, he stayed around, bro.
Hey,
Hold on.
I'll tell you this.
To clarify it, we actually have different.
We have
dads.
different dads.
But
Okay.
My dad
Raised
adopted
me.
him
Yeah.
at a young
So
age.
I was adopted.
Oh.
So
In my opinion, this is a solid nigga.
it's
To
like-
be honest, bro.
but we still
Taking on all
play.
that responsibility.
I mean,
Yeah, but for me, like, maybe, I don't know, from what you guys are entitling, I guess, is whoever the person may be, it's not who you look at, it's who you raised you. That's
Yeah.
like the Polynesian way. Like, even if my dad didn't raise me and Lorenzo raised me, you know, I would look up to the, like,
Yeah.
My son.
like,
Yeah,
it's
Lorenzo's
simple- like,
Lorenzo's
it's
adopted. Lorenzo's adopted.
Well,
Like,
it's as simple as it comes. Like, that's just like the way it is.
do you
know?
think I want to ask this now? Like, do you think it's healthier to be raised by, in a sense, the village, versus the man who gave you life? Like, I don't know if that's like a complex I have for myself, but I feel like most young men my age or around my age or people I talk to, they're never really raised by the person who brought them to this earth.
Well,
It's
that's what I'm
always by
saying.
the village. It's always by their
It takes
family.
a
It's always by the
village- it
women.
takes
It's
a
always by the.
village to raise a family.
I would agree. So in our culture, like,
Well, yeah, it definitely does. So I would definitely go that way. If that person,
I mean-
just me.
in a sense way, anyways, like a village raising compared to like a person.
yeah, like
Like-
it takes a village to raise a man,
Like-
kind of thing.
No,
It'd be-
it takes a man to raise a man. It takes a village to raise a family. Like, you have a kid, I have 2 kids. We do a bunch of shit together. We vice versa, babysit, whatever. And that's how it was when we were all little kids. So it takes a village to raise a family. Like, you can be raised by like a man that's like gonna abuse you and be a piece of shit. You know, that you're never gonna learn from that. It takes a man to raise a man. It takes a village to raise a family. That's why it's like the Fossimo way. It's like family. It's like why we're here. Sorry, I'm thirsty.
Right. Nah, bro, I think that's profound.
No,
No,
yeah,
yeah.
it's whisper ever.
In my opinion, in my opinion, that's what I think. But
Would you say that I don't know. I might have like animosity towards like my actual father. In a
Well,
way,
see,
like
same.
I felt like homie should have been there. He shouldn't have moved away. Like he should have been
Well,
there.
see, I feel the same way because my dad was Maori. His dad's Samoan, and he raised me. He was the one that adopted me before he even gave birth to him. But do I have animosity towards him? Yeah, sure. Is he a piece of shit? Should he have been there? Yeah. Am I a dad now? Yeah, cool. But what's gonna change anything? you know, nothing.
I agree. Like I'm not looking back saying like you're the reason I don't like all my negative attitude is like everything that's negative about me is because of you. Like I don't hold it, but like in my opinion, I'm not gonna be the same person he was, and in a way,
Oh, no.
I'm gonna be better than
That's
him.
what the whole Polynesian culture is about.
Yes.
The chain breaks.
You talking to?
That's what the whole Polynesian culture is about. The chain breaks with people. Like, it's a whole thing, then it's just like, boom, I'm not going to do what you did.
I'll say something. I know people our age who've had kids now they're divorced. Me and Lorenzo's age, like a year older than us. They're divorced now. They're not raising the, or maybe they are raising the kids, but I don't know. Being in a divorced family is like there's a separation that I've noticed growing up. It's like
Well, see,
it separates the family in a way.
it
So
does-
to grow up, people our age is still in that chain.
it doesn't.
Like they, like what?
It really
what,
doesn't.
Who's
It doesn't.
responsible?
Because, look, you two, perfect example. Divorce is going to break you guys up? Your guys' parents or some
Nah.
shit? Never, right?
Nah, we're together
Ever.
for life. Me
Right?
and him.
Same with me and Noah. So,
And you guys are grow.
Checkmate.
You guys are different. Yeah.
exactly.
You guys aren't even same lineage.
Exactly. Same vice versa.
Same way. Yeah. Okay, I see you. Just because you're not blood.
It's as simple as it comes. It's just, that's the way it is. You beat off the path, that's your way. If you don't beat off the path, well, then everybody's going to welcome you, in
I
a
like that.
sense. You know what I mean? No matter who
Does
they
that one
are.
taste good?
You want one?
I'll try.
19
No,
years
'cause
old
I don't
drinking
know.
on YouTube. I'm just
It's
kidding.
just a
I'm just
Pepsi.
kidding. I'm just
It's
kidding.
a
He's
Pepsi.
23. I'm just kidding. He's
It's a
23.
Pepsi.
I'm just kidding. He's 23.
I like apples. I like
19.
apples.
Wait, no. What are you? 20?
No, you're right.
This soda. This soda. This is soda.
Soda.
This is soda.
You can't see anything in here. It's soda.
Anyway, no. I understand that, like, how we as men need to change that direction in terms of, I don't know, bro. 'Cause everyone goes through things,
Seems like you're going through it.
bro. Who hasn't? Like, everyone goes through shit. Like, but this is I wanted to create a place to where it's not just my problems. It's things that Polynesians can't really talk about.
No,
Except for the locker room. Like even this shit don't happen in sports. Like the deepest conversations I had is with Lorenzo or with my brother, and
see,
it's hard to like articulate myself in a way that's not gonna make me fucking cry, but in a way where we can kind of learn from each other.
we don't judge each other. Judgment comes from a place of jealousy. Period.
Hell yeah.
Me and Noah, we're on the same exact page. Noah says, "Hey, you're reading this paragraph?" Yep, I'm reading this paragraph. We're brothers.
I was there's another kind of thing in my mind. So this year, me and Boo Boo kind of got really close because I watched Andrew Tate. Do you know who Andrew Tate is? Yeah. So he did a top G, bro. Top G all the way.
Top G.
He made
I'm the top G.
sure, yeah, you two are top G's. No, but on a serious note, homie said on a podcast, he's like, there's something between a brotherhood that can never be broken. Like, no matter who our parents are, who society tells us are, or who society tells us who we are. He said, like, him and his brother, no matter if he's broke, if he's rich, that shit go the same way. Like, if they're broke, it's like, yo, how the fuck do I get, how do I get rich, or how are we gonna fix our situations? Like, that brotherhood is there. What is, I guess, your opinion, or what would you tell someone who has a brother who's not so close to him? How would you direct them into becoming, kind of building a brotherhood? I think that's so important in today, because if you think about today, so
Are
many
you
people get.
asking me or him?
I don't know. Both of you can talk, because you guys are the same thing. Like, me and my little brother, we're connected. Like, I told him, like, no matter what the fuck happens, like, end of the day, no girl, none of our parents are gonna break us up. We're always gonna be be able to communicate,
No.
be on the same level.
So me and Noah, in my standpoint, I guess you can chime in on it whenever I'm done. Me and
Anyways, so I'm in.
I can't snitch.
How about that? Chime in.
On the podcast, my motherfucking brother. No, I'm just kidding.
But
No, but for real, me and Noah, I'd do anything for Noah. I'd give him the shirt off my back. I'd give him the keys to my truck. I'd give him the fucking access to my bank account. I'd do whatever the fuck
Not
I
yet.
needed.
Not yet.
Well, I would do whatever the fuck I needed to do for him.
to get a new car.
Perfect example is San Francisco.
Yeah.
What happened in San Francisco?
What
You
the
can't
fuck
just say
happened
San
there?
Francisco.
San
Leave it
Francisco.
hanging.
No, perfect example,
Pause.
San Francisco.
San
okay?
Francisco.
So me, my mom, Potts and Noah, we go out to the bar. We're fucking slamming drinks back, and then Potts and my mom are like, "Hey, we're gonna go back to the room. Y'all good?" Me and we're like, "Yeah, we're good. We're fucking straight." So my mom hands us a bunch of fucking money. So we're like, "All right, boom." We literally walk around the corner, and it's the red light district, strip clubs for fucking 3 blocks. Okay.
Must be nice.
Okay. No, for real. This is a true story.
Be nice.
So we go fucking wild. We're not getting. No. Wait. Wild drinking.
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 Right.
We're not getting no lap dances. We're just going in there like, hey, let's see what's in here. Oh, cool. Boom, boom. On to the next one. It's 3 blocks, like I just said. We're just walking and dipping and sipping.
I'm drinking.
Walking, dipping, and sipping.
Next
Hell
thing I know,
yeah.
we go into this bar,
Dipping and
and
sipping.
there's these fucking
Arab.
dudes, Arab dudes.
And this
they're
shit was
like-
crazy. So it was 3 of them.
Oh, Arab. It's like Arab.
So they were like,
So-
hey, we got the money. I'm
So literally, they're like, hey, you guys seem super cool. We're about to buy a table, and a table at places like that are expensive. They're like $2,000.
My
Yeah.
nigga, they're like
But the thing
table
about
and
it
bottles
is-
is like
From
10
Dubai.
grand.
Yeah, but literally they were
Miami
like,
people
they're
from
like,
Dubai.
We'll buy
Crazy.
drinks. You guys just hang out with us. You guys seem super cool.
So
Go.
we're like, okay, let's go inside. We walk inside. I'm like, Noah, I ain't got no goddamn money. Noah's like, don't worry about it. I'll cover your shit. I'm like, all right, cool. Boom. Go in there. We have a good time. Walking outside. Going to the next strip club. This big ass dude is just throwing up all over the sidewalk. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, we're with you. You paid the tab. Like, Arab ass motherfucker. And then Noah and this other dude are like, hey, we can go to the strip club right here. I'm like, all right, cool. They walk away. Literally, for 4 hours, I could not find Noah. After that moment, could not find Noah.
Where was this?
No.
In San
I'll
Francisco.
explain my
Oh
I'll
my
explain my
God.
second.
Just want to make sure you're okay, bro.
What? Yeah, I know. Thank you, bro.
Okay, bro. You were going for 4 hours.
Okay, I'll
It was
explain.
longer than that. It was
Fucking
longer
happened,
than
bro.
that.
So,
Bro, that's insane.
That is nuts, dude.
so
So he gets lost. I
you
can't find
say
him.
your part. I'll say my part.
I
So
go
you
back
say
to the
rest of
fuck.
yours.
Well, so these guys are like, oh, blah, 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 blah. But the dude that left with Noah was this dude's brother.
So he was with the older brother. I was with the younger brother. Okay.
So I kept this motherfucker hostage. Like, I legit was like,
Whoa.
literally,
Fuck.
where's my little brother?
Hell
Like,
yeah.
I legit was like, where is he, motherfucker?
Did you have 3 beers in your hand just like that? Where is this, bro?
No. So I was like, what the fuck? So we go back to the hotel room because I think Noah's there.
I just see that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Noah's
He's
not
ready.
there. So I get Potts, I get my mom, blah, blah, blah. We walk outside, and this guy's like, yeah, I don't know where your brother is. And then, as a Polynesian, this shit pissed me off. I was like, motherfucker. And then I did my thing. But he was like, yeah, if you were a good brother, you would know where your
Oh,
brother
hell
is.
Oh,
Okay.
hell
And then I went, boom, in
Knocked
the
his ass out?
taxi. Boom, in the taxi. Smacked his ass. Wham, wham.
Whoa, pause.
He
Committed crimes. So he's snitching
motherfucker's ass. I'm beating him through the window. Boom, boom. Fucking taxi driver peels out. I'm like, motherfucker. Popped in, fucking my mom. Like, what's going on? Literally, 5 minutes later, this guy pulls up.
Okay.
Noah's in the
Pause.
taxi.
Pause. All right. All right.
So when we left that place, I left with the younger brother, and they're like, "Yeah, we got this other place we're all gonna go to." So we told them after his brother was throwing up, we're like, "All right." His brother was like, "We'll meet you at the other place." So I go in the Uber with his brother. He was a cool guy, same age. We're just talking. We get to this spot, we walk in, and I was like, "What the fuck is this place?" And he's like, "It's the same thing as where we were just at." And so I was like, "No, it's not. It's fucking dark and there's just rooms." And then to figure out, it was a rubbing hut.
A what?
What is that?
So
Elaborate.
a rubbing
Oh.
hut is basically a place where you go. They have like women lined up, and you pick one to have sex in the room.
Damn.
It's illegal, but literally it was literally. So
Where is that? Send me the end. I like that.
So literally, I was like, "Fuck that!" So I walk out and I sit outside and I sit on a bench and I'm having this, or I'm vaping and the driver's having a cigarette. And the last thing I remember is I sit there and I'm like vaping and I pass out.
Oh my god.
And so the driver, so the driver picks me up and he actually gets my phone and my mom calls for my phone and the guy picks it up and was like, "I have your son in my car. Like, where are you guys at?" He passed out on the side of the road. Because the thing about it is I had my satchel with me with my money. And the thing about it is I had my license, my card, I had like
In
a
the
lot of money.
downtown San Francisco.
Yeah, so
in the
the
middle
worst
of strip
place
clubs.
to literally like pass out in. So I passed out.
Crack cocaine.
Talk about
central.
like a good Samaritan. This guy deserves a golden star. So what? I'm not a small
You
person.
saved your life.
This little
Saved your life, bro.
In his car, drive me to the hotel, and at the hotel is basically they got me out of the car. I woke up like walking up, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
And he was about this tall.
That's the
Swear to God.
first time I ever could remember.
Personally, bro. There's only one who can do it.
But yeah, it was crazy, fucking crazy, and like, fucking
You
crazy.
got lucky.
Yeah, literally, it's like
Slave.
I got raped.
And then Noah woke up and was like,
No, like,
He's like, "Hey, why my asshole so tight, bro?"
Oh, shit.
He's like, "Ow, that shit hurt. What kind of shit did I take last night?"
Best bachelor party ever.
Oh my god. What about you, Lorenzo? What's your relationship with your brothers? Obviously, you said they're like your mentors, but
Yeah, bro. I think that's like a lot of what I've learned. Like, I don't know, just like between being disciplined and like,
beat your ass.
yeah, basically, bro. Freaking 7 downs, guy. That's 14 hands right there, bro. Yeah, bro. They're all all big too, and like, yeah, it was just tough.
It's 14 minutes.
Yeah, bro. But they were all just like big influences in my life, just in different ways, like various ways. Like, I just looked up to them like the same way I looked up as like anyone that like I thought was like strong or like did a good job with doing things. Like,
So I got a question.
what's up?
If I kick you off, ask you a question.
No, no worries.
Did he ever bully you? You ever feel bad you never sticked up for yourself or what?
No, I definitely felt like I stuck up for myself, especially like towards my teenage years. Like I definitely started to step out where I was just like, I'm gonna go where I want to go. Like, you know, just that prideful like teenage mindset where I feel like there's just a point in every boy's life where like for some reason you and your dad just want to fucking like throw hands, you know? Like no, I feel like there's a point in every boy's
if I'm not the dude, then I know what the fuck that feels like. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that's something like people, men are like, man, like the day like my son wants to fight me, like it's gonna go down. Like, y'all have never thought that?
I would not want to get to fight with my dad. Even if he's old,
Yeah.
no.
No, but I don't know. I just feel like there's a point in my life where like it wasn't my dad I looked up to.
I
it
like
was my
kicking
brothers.
ass. I don't like getting my ass.
Yeah.
Pretty old.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. My dad was old, so like,
No, but you, like, in a way, you think your dad, or you think that way towards your brothers? Like, I'm trying to get bigger than your brothers. Like,
Bro, I definitely feel like that's one of my main things. Like, it's like the way my brothers look, like they look Samoan too. Like they look big, like they got muscle, like, and that's just how I'm trying to look. Like,
yeah, they're pretty big.
Yeah, bro, there's some big motherfuckers, and that's just like always I've tried to do. Like I was like, okay, like I represent like a certain standard of men. Like that's what I want to look like. That's what I want to be like. So yeah, I'd say that's definitely all the mentors I've had.
That's what's up.
You're intimidated.
What about you, Boo? What do you think about our relationship? Think it's better
A
now?
lot closer this year.
Yeah.
And just as brothers in general, because we haven't been close like that before.
I don't think I've ever been this close to you. It's weird.
Me and Boo
So,
were
like,
younger.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Fourth grade, you were in mainland.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
When I was older, or when I was like ninth grade, you were fourth grade, so it was weird. So it was a little different.
Do you know what howling means?
What was that? What?
Howle.
Oh, I know what that means, bro. Don't do me like this. I'm good. Dang, everyone just staring at me now. Dang, bro. Damn, bro. Should I take this?
Oh, what do you think of it?
You have to
What,
take
like
six.
these
Cheers
good?
me.
No,
At least cheers
bro.
Oh,
me.
it's actually hella good. I was
That's not
like,
bad.
yeah, this one actually tastes good.
That's a howly breath.
Come on, man. It tastes like ass.
Have this one though.
Wow, it
This
tastes
one's
like
good.
ass too.
Just take it.
It's
Sit.
actually
I
better
took
than
a
most.
sip
You
already.
fucking pussy. No.
He spit the rest out.
Oh.
That shit was gross.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
I have a few more questions. A few more, then we can do whatever the fuck we want. So what's your guys' experience with women? With women.
Oh, man.
So
I'm not saying.
in terms of like, okay, wait. So yeah, so I don't know if it's just me, but personally, I've been a simp before. Like I've just like like I pedestalized certain women. Like I put people above myself to, I don't know, to please them instead of myself, and it's put me in positions where I've been compromised, where I've like not been the best version of me. So,
Yeah, I'm saying I'm closer to it for him to get his sin. I'm just saying.
bro, it is what it is. This is yo,
I'm walking with a limb, baby.
yo, this is. I'm gonna be honest. This is what most people think about yourself when you're 18 or 16. Did you always have game, or did you always like just people were in terms of with women? Were they better than you? Were you asked with when you were younger with trying to deal with women? Like, what's your guys' thoughts? Like, were you always good with women? I know Lorenzo was. I wasn't.
Whoa, that's yo.
dude.
Yeah, Lorenzo would DM bitches and be like, yo, show up here, I'll be here, be there on time. And they're like, of course I will be. But I just couldn't command that kind of respect because he was Lorenzo. He was on the football team. It was different.
Right now. Right now.
I'm gonna start with Solomon. How? I don't know how to ask this question, but have you ever had trouble with women? If so, how did you deal with it growing up?
I'm closer to a pimp than a simp. I walk with a limb.
He said, all right, that's a good answer. What about you, Noah?
Third time.
It's like weird. It's like cocky to say, I guess. But I never had a problem with it. But I also didn't take it as like far as like I never pursued to hit on women. I made it more of just like a friendly conversation, and if it went farther than that, then I would just roll with it.
That was his game plan.
It worked every time.
So in a way, you didn't give a fuck if someone was into you or not. You just still was their friend no matter what. Like you just, I would argue, most people don't think that way. Most people are like, whenever they talk to a girl, they're like, I like them. I'm trying to fuck them. Yeah, I'm trying to get into her. But obviously, you thought
I
differently.
never take it to a point where I think every girl I'm like,
What's your body count?
I will never tell you.
I froze.
Fuck no. Yeah, no one telling this shit, bro.
I'm about to say, take it personal.
That was a Charlemagne move. That was a
Let's
Charlemagne
hear it. Let's
move.
hear it. What's the body count? 1. You're married.
One, exactly. Only one for me, guys.
One after you're baptized.
I thought you were the
Whoa!
No, exactly what I'm talking about.
Whenever it's my turn, I'm gonna explain myself. Y'all just
Okay, Lorenzo, what about you? Okay, in my opinion, most of the girls you tried it on, it worked. But I don't know, to your side.
Nah, I think I don't know, women. I feel like it was more like I knew that women liked me, but it's just like I didn't like hanging out with girls, bro. Like pause, like it's like I don't know. Let me finish. It's just because when girls are around, bro, dudes act different.
All right, yeah.
When you're around your boys, like for some reason, somebody out of the boys is gonna act different if there's chicks there. Like it's every time.
Especially if they're not like butt ugly, like.
Exactly, bro. So like, when you have like dudes that are acting like that, I don't know. Like I just prefer that there's no girls. So like, it's just like we can all be cool. We can all chill. We can all be on the same level. Because someone's always gonna like drag somebody for like.
So, question: what if you were to bring a girl around,
I feel like if you were really around, like it's like, and she has like
your wife?
yeah. If I was to bring my wife around, like. It's more of like she greets everybody and like she's cool with everybody, not like I'm not gonna be like some like testosterone boyfriend. I'm gonna protect her for whatever needs, but like it's not gonna be like, oh, what the fuck are you talking to my girl for? You know, like.
Do you think that way if it was somebody you didn't know?
What do you mean? Like if a guy was trying to be like protective over his girl?
No, like if some guy was talking to your girl.
Oh, I feel like it's like in a harmful way.
Not like a harmful word, like just like say he's talking to her, you don't know nothing.
Do I trust my girl like enough to be like, oh, okay, nothing happened? Like her tell it to me? Yeah.
That's not what I asked.
Oh, then what's your question then?
Do you trust yourself?
I trust myself completely. Like I don't think I've ever gone to a point where it was like, I want to leave. I want to like be done. Like it's never. I haven't gotten to that point, which I don't think I.
That was too deep.
How was that deep? Hey, keep
That's the first like, you should have been like, I never will get to that point.
I just said that. Like I don't ever see myself getting to that point.
I don't know. Honestly, that's a far point to get to, anyways. Even if you get to it, because even when I go out, like I've had like conversations with like girls without like my wife next to me, but the first thing that always happens is first thing I put down foundation is boom, I'm married, and it's not like a problem because we still have a conversation.
Yeah.
Like shoot, we even went out like last night. I was talking to a couple girls too. We just had a normal conversation, but it was like nothing pursued, and it's like I don't know. It's like if you ever have that like the back of your mindset where like oh like this could happen.
Like negative things.
Yeah, it's a difference between a conversation and being like, I'm gonna fuck you.
Well, yeah.
So if someone attractive that you find attractive hits on you, you're gonna say yo, I'm married.
I say it every time. It's not. The weird thing is like it's not even like hesitation. And the thing about it is like me and my woman, we've gone out before, and people have like told like guys have like told her like wow like you got like a really nice body or something like that. Like people have said that like in front of me. I don't take it as offensive. I take it as a compliment. Like I'm not gonna get mad about somebody being like, wow, your woman's beautiful. Like you're not gonna take that as offensive. That makes sense. I mean, if somebody was like, "Oh, your wife has a super fat ass, I'll fuck you." Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah,
I said, y'all said I was getting too into it.
Hey, no.
If you understand, like the point of that, like there's a certain point where you don't cross of complimenting like another guy's like girl. Like even if you see like a guy with his girl, you don't go running up to her and be like, wow, she has like she looks super good, like tell me like a guy. Like there's somebody ever crosses it, I mean,
That's good. Yeah, you gotta have boundaries with all your relationships, especially someone as close as your spouse. If you, I guess what I'm saying is, at times I've let that boundary slip, and I still was with that person, in a way.
Are you still with that person now?
No, no. I've turned into.
probably watching the podcast and really said it.
No. My lady in the room. My lady.
No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
No, you good. No, but it's a lot healthier now. Like we talk a lot more, and it's not like they're doing the same things as my past experiences. But
Well, even what you said before that you like put people like on a pedestal, honestly, is not a bad thing. Like, to a certain point, because if you put them too high up, then like you feel like you never can be with them. In a sense, that makes sense. Because you put them so high up where you do this.
I would say a lot of dudes do that too often, where they put anyone they're with, even if they're not even all that, they put them above themselves, to where they could do whatever the fuck they want. They could cheat on them, they could do some crazy shit, and they'll still be with them. Like, I think that's a bad way to lead a relationship. I don't think you should be with someone who could possibly even think about doing all that shit to you. Like you shouldn't be put in that position anyway. But obviously y'all know what the deal is. If someone was to cheat on you, you wouldn't be with them in a way. But anyway, what about you? Do you want to talk about what the fuck happened to you? Because that shit was insane.
Yeah, bro, come on.
Alright, let's get the popcorn.
He's only 19, my nigga, and he's like, this shit was crazy, bro.
Alright. This
Does
is
she
like.
belong to the streets?
Yeah. All right, you explain that. You explain that.
In the end, yeah, I
She
got
belong
it.
to the
Kinda,
streets.
just a little bit. Okay, so.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So. Oh, I heard like noises outside. Yeah.
Go.
Anyways, just to let y'all know that my past actual relationship was a long distance thing.
How long was it?
Last year.
Just
About a year.
distance.
Long
So,
distance, yeah.
from where to where? Metateo?
My nigga. Further. That shit was further. Go ahead, boo boo. Say your shit, boo boo. Tell your shit. Go ahead.
She wasn't a catfish, alright? I know
Okay,
that for a fact.
tell them how far it was though.
Okay, it was here, US, and then France. She was in France. She was French.
Got a picture?
Not anymore, fam. deleted that shit.
I'll attest it was a real girl in the end, but still it was suck fucking far.
Okay, so anyways, me and her met on this app. There's like a bunch of like
Bimble.
no. Nope. Kind of like a name. It's almost like, so there's like an app called Yubo. Yubo is like Yubo, yeah. It's like dating for kids basically.
For kids.
Yeah. My friend showed me. He was like, bro, hop on this app though. It's crazy. People go live. You can add random people, and it's basically like Tinder. You can swipe too. It's a whole thing. I wouldn't know. There's chicks on there that go live, and there's just like one chick and like 60. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Go.
Anyways,
Whoa.
Anyways, don't go on Yubo. Anyways, there's a bunch of apps like it. There's a bunch of apps like Yubo, and we went on a different one that like gives you their Snapchat and shit. So I added her on there. We were talking for a long time, but it was pretty unhealthy from the get. I was like a young 18-year-old that no real prior relationship. So she was like my first person that I was like trying to be with and all that shit. It was pretty bad because I did what he was saying, like putting her on a pedestal, and it got to the point where like she was, I'm pretty sure like dead ass talking to dudes, and I was like, why are you doing this? What are you doing?
Where you knew that she.
I think I caught her, and then like gave her chances every time that I caught her. I caught
You
her
caught her, but
twice.
long distance.
Yeah. Okay. So in like the real early stages, we gave each other logins to our shit. Yeah. Which is probably the worst thing that could have happened, like,
That's
at all.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so I had her log in for her Snapchat and she had mine.
Okay.
But I didn't have hoes. I never had hoes like that. Huh?
He had your login.
No. She was a girl. I've confirmed that she's a girl.
We're gonna put a picture.
I'll make that shit a TikTok. That shit be lit.
Anyways, yeah. So she was real, but I think I didn't act the way I should have been acting. I was really insecure, very very insecure at that age. It was only a year ago, but
I was like,
that's what I'm saying. Like that was my first like ever actual relationship where I was like, oh my gosh.
Some girl in France, first relationship.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah, no, she was a girl though. She was for real. Like she was a girl, but it was just the long distance was already a red flag. They should have been like, why are you doing this? For a long time, I thought about it. Like,
where
we
did you
talked
say she was from?
France, Paris.
Fuck.
Yeah, literally lives in Paris. Like,
Bro,
yeah,
me and my mom would be like, yo, this nigga need to drop
they're
that
yelling
bitch,
the whole
like,
time.
straight
I
up,
got mad
because,
at them.
bro, he would say alone, like, yo, she's talking to other dudes, and I was like, drop it, bro, you gotta start, and then he would, like, not talk to me, not talk to my mom, and it was weird, it was like, he got simpy as
Bad,
fuck.
like, depressive episode. We were going through it. It was pretty nuts. Yeah, that was like, I look back at it now, I'm like, it's a learning experience for me. Like I look back and I'm like, damn, okay, never be like that. That's what you don't do.
Well, like crazy because like so the Manhattan thing was like
Yeah, it was
but
all
it's
fucking
crazy because like when his thing happened, it's like you honestly can't blame the guy for what happened.
Yeah,
he was just being super. So
Which
It-
guy?
Man,
like, in a way, if you think about it, like he was just crazy supportive. And the thing about it is everybody
talking about
the same guy. Chill out, man.
Caitlyn?
No.
No, Matt Tateo was hella supportive of his
That's
girl.
The thing is, he was hella supportive about like what happened, but the thing about it is but he protected a lie, which was his fault. Obviously, like shouldn't have done that. But I mean, like it's like I don't know, it's like hard. Like,
It was like the beginning of like social media.
Yeah.
him for something like that. He had
well,
no
it's crazy because even like if it would have happened now,
It's obvious.
it can still happen now.
it could if a dude is down bad enough.
Well, it can
Yeah.
still happen.
Cause he went years without like meeting her at all, like in person. It's like
I
we
never
planned.
met her.
You saw
After
wait,
years, like, you should-
y'all saw the documentary?
yeah.
You saw where she put up the Playboy sign like this? Like that was insane to me. I was like, how did that really happen? Like I would have been like,
Met the guy, girl. Like honestly, that person would be chill.
Renai, yeah, Renai was that dude's name. It's a girl now, dude.
I don't know what it is. Yeah. Do we say homie or do we say a girl? His ex.
Well, that's the thing is like how like people don't get in trouble for it. Like you catfish somebody's life, you're like
literally
fraudulently
ruined
like
his
taking
life.
a different identity.
But there's no law
Well, yeah.
specifically. But is that fraudulent? Like
I mean, it should be
fraud.
because like some people would take like somebody else's name and claim it as like a death to get money,
Or just imagine being like,
which
hey,
like
I've got
taking
a
somebody's
pussy.
like taking
And then,
a fake
you know,
person's
you
name
don't.
is still like impersonating like something wrong. Nuts.
no, I think we all agree it was wrong. But
It was wrong, honestly, but yes.
I thought that Matt Tateo shit was so like they tried giving the perpetrators a voice that no one agrees with. On God, no one thought that was a good thing to do. Like, yeah, they're trying to make me feel bad for Renaya. Like, I was like, I don't give a fuck about that dude.
They're like documentary stuff, like when he was like explaining stuff, you don't even understand who the hell's talking at first, because he comes out talking as the girl. Like, and you're like, who the fuck is
It was believable.
Yeah, and then you figure out, you're like, oh, it's the guy that became trans, and like, it's nuts.
Huh?
But I don't know, it's like,
Why you go so quiet?
I don't know, I think it's like hard to say about long distance because in person and then you go long distance is understandable.
Yeah, yeah.
But like starting off long distance, it's
That's just not compatible in my head. Like
it's just
it's hard to believe.
anyways, because it's like all you do is talk. Like, you can talk to police officers.
You'd be surprised, bro. The way society is nowadays.
Alright, like you continue with your story.
Oh no, you're good, bro.
I don't know. You
I don't know.
you said what I thought
Get
you
to the
said.
point when you figured out that she was talking to other guys.
Yeah. So I was so insecure. I would like go through her shit like just randomly. I'd be like, oh, let's just scroll through her messages. See what she's doing.
So it was just Snapchat like that.
Yeah. Well, I had Instagram too, but nobody really talked on Instagram. So she was just like, oh, it's really weird. So, but I eventually found like a dude, and I told her to block him, and then she like fought over it. We fought over a lot of shit. So it's like stupid shit. That should have been like a red flag number two. Like, what the fuck? You're not gonna fucking block this guy like off the rip. He's like, what the fuck? So, anyways, that happened like twice. Damn. She like, I asked the block guy, and she was like, oh my gosh, fine. And then I was like, block that guy, like, cause she was talking to these dudes, like we fight, and she wouldn't talk to me for like a couple days. Which sucked, cause that's like all we could have done. So I was like, this is fucking shit. Like she wasn't there at all. So I was just like, yeah. And then like after like 3 days, she would like make me fine. And then I go through the message, and she was talking to this other dude for 3 days. The whole 3 days that we were talking, she was talking to this dude. I was like, that's fucking tough. That shit's tough.
Self-esteem went low.
Bro, fucking tell me. Yeah, that was bad. Yeah, I'm not very proud of that, but I'm kind of glad it happened because it.
Right now.
Yeah, now it's like I can steer clear of that, and have kind of like a different attitude towards like trying to get a girlfriend. Because before I was like, I need a girl. I thought it was a boyfriend. It could have been, but it was not. I confirmed
Bro.
that. He confirmed it.
Yeah, I got the same shit though. It's probably worse though.
When you wait for the door to lock.
No, I'm gonna just say like, I went through the same. No, I went probably through something worse. I was basically an incel for 2.5 years. Do you know what incel means?
Like intel for the army?
No. Incel. Incel. Incel means involuntary celibate. So like, yeah, but it wasn't on my, like it wasn't my decision.
Like dry spell.
No, like I was in a relationship to where I couldn't. Yeah. But for 2 years. Bro, it was wicked.
Anything? So it's just what, holding hands?
I don't even want to go into it. It was like, it's just not sex. It's just not anything.
So what, you just dry hump each other?
My nigga, I don't want to explain that. I'm just saying we did not have sex for 2 years. Like, yeah, that's basically what it was.
So, I understand like that. I'm so the things, but like, so you did not have sex.
I wanted to, but I couldn't because
But you get a blowjob?
no. Yeah.
Yeah, was there,
Definitely didn't do anything.
was there like a different, like, would you get like blue balls like all the time? Like, would you guys push the wire, or was it more of like
It was like I was not.
doing anything?
Nope.
You just go to bed looking at each other.
No, we never slept together.
Oh damn! See, yeah.
For 2 years?
And you never busted?
No.
Oh, I of course I did, but it just wasn't with her. Like
What do you mean it was? Oh, whoa!
Friends.
yeah, my homies. No. I'm just be honest. Like that's what it was. Like that's how bad it was.
So was she religious?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like down bad. I'm obviously, huh?
Was it in school?
No, it was like while I was in college. Yeah. I might not post this, but fuck it. No, I'm gonna tell you for real. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not editing any of your shit.
I have a couple of things I want.
No. I just want to put that in your heads. Like, that's how fucking crazy this shit was.
So what was your name?
I'm not about to say shit. No, I'm just telling you the situation. What happened with me personally. So, just so you know. But yeah, like, I'm not the only one. Promise to God. Shit was insane.
When's like the first time you had like heartbreak though? Like was it that relationship? You would say like heartbreak?
Yeah,
Or would you
yeah,
say
yeah,
your
yeah.
relationship heartbreak?
Yeah, no matter.
Like it was like you like truly were like, damn, like I ain't shit.
Yeah. No,
Damn,
yeah.
for
Like
real.
after like couple.
Y'all ever felt that before? Like breaking up with somebody, you're just like, dang, like.
Nah, they're just so cool. They never experienced that shit.
Never.
No.
Not once you were like
Actually-
depression mode, sad boy.
One time, but it's a different. It was a different, totally different. Like I was like, damn, I missed out. But that's about it.
Oh.
No, yeah, that's-
Yeah, like,
One slipped away.
Yeah.
Like, that's what.
So like not that personal.
It wasn't like.
like no like so for real. You
Can't
never felt like
function
heartbreak
anymore.
like that before.
I other one.
You have felt
I had a big
heartbreak?
heartbreak where I actually moved. That's why I moved back here.
Wow.
Elaborate on that.
Yeah, just
Elaborate a little bit more about that.
I mean, you can, but you don't have
We
to.
were with- I was with my ex for about 3. It was almost 3.5 years. Like it was good, and then it just turned wrong. And then it was like when it turned wrong, it just even way worse and worse than that. And then literally it was like in like less than 2 weeks, it was like I called him about like, hey, like think about moving here. And I was in Florida, and he's like, well, there's this place in the let me know. I was like, all right. And then a week after, gave him my half for deposit and stuff. Or no, he did deposit. I did like first half. I don't know what it was. Yeah. Just kidding. But
no, I did the
and
deposit.
then like
rent,
my
and
mom
then
like
you did the
got like
half.
my ticket to leave like the end of like that week, and I left like after like we had like a huge complete falling out. We were like less than a week and a half.
damn.
Just
And
completely
you
like-
just dipped.
well, it's because
Oh, yeah,
the
he
thing,
did.
the
So
thing about
fast
it
that
is
he
like
fell in
all of
love
our
with your
friends were in Twadi, and I was like, well, fuck, like fuck up my life. Like I can't even hang out with like any of like my friends because we're literally entwined with all our friends. But it was like I don't know. Honestly, it was for the better. It was for the better. But that was probably the biggest heartbreak.
So you guys have never had like a sympathy episode in your life where you were like,
A sim.
yeah, you were ever like head over heels
got
for a
cheated
girl?
on before? Like nothing.
Not even when you guys were younger.
Damn.
What the fuck?
He said, I really am pimping like
They're
that.
they're just better.
Yo,
Yo,
I'm strong.
Now, see, like,
I'm
if
just
it was
slow,
like
I'm
something,
I'm stronger.
it was like something,
I guess it is.
if it was something like that, then it'd be a different situation, type of thing.
What was that situation? What are you talking about?
No, if it was that type of situation or whatever, then it would be a different type of thing. But I don't want to like conduct myself in that type of situation. So if I'm talking to somebody or going out with somebody or hanging out with people, then that's what I'm trying to do. Type of thing. I'm not trying to like be something crazy, I guess.
For sure. Okay, all right, last question. We'll start with Solomon again. What?
Just fucking lost my
Targeting you, man.
I lost my
Start with the run though. That's not what starts.
Here, wait.
Yeah,
I'm here.
Okay, this is the last one. What would you say to yourself? I guess to any 18-year-old, kind of like you, what would you say to them now that you're older and you're more experienced? What would you, anything? What would you tell the 18-year-old self?
They say heroin kills. I say heroin pays the bills.
Goddamn.
PIMP.
18 self?
Yeah. You when you're 18, what would you say? I guess the better advice or if you're looking back, what would you say?
Right. Told my 18 self where I was at. Keep your options. Or not keep your options, make more options. Because when I was 18, I had like a couple options, but like understanding where I was at or knowing now where I was at, if I would have made more options of where I was, totally different outcome.
You mean in terms of like money or like opportunities with jobs or with women, or what do you mean?
Honestly, everything. Like, not saying like I would like have my options open for like women and jobs and all that stuff, but just like keeping like a different mindset on, because my mindset way different than when I was 18. With 18, it was just I want to work here, get some money, and go out. That was about it. Now it's like when I get money, it's all right. Save, maybe invest. Like if I like save a little bit here, then I get to go out and vacay. When I was 18, I didn't even think about vacay. Nobody even thinks about when they're younger about doing vacay. When you're older, vacay is all you think about now. Freaking, you want to take time off to like take a week off to go Cali, Hawaii, all that stuff. And it's crazy to think that like when you're younger, you have way more options to do that. But you don't think about it when you're older. So I would say, all right. So if I was 18, let's say think about more about doing vacay. Honestly.
Bit. What about you, Lorenzo? What would you say to your 18-year-old self?
I feel like if I was talking to my 18-year-old self, I think I'd say just take more opportunity of the advantages that are given to you. Like, especially while you're younger, like my 18-year-old self, like, you know, that's just like right before like you're legal and stuff. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's some things that like I would have done different if I was talking to my 18-year-old self. Like, there's a lot of like disrespect I don't think I would have tolerated just because I was just like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble. Like when I was like in school, I was just like, dang, you can't just like walk up and hit anybody in the face now and just go to the principal's office and get suspended. Like, you know, no, I'm just saying. Like now you go and hit somebody in the face, that's assault. No, I'm just saying, like, there's like things like certain points of like disrespect that I feel like I could have definitely like handled better, like for myself. No, not like that, but like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just take like advantage, like especially like schooling and stuff. Like, I don't know, just take advantage of the opportunity you have to like learn from what's around you. I'll probably do what I say.
That's a good one, bro. I like that. All right, but what about you? What would you say to you a year ago, from what you know now as a 19-year-old? Yeah, or maybe let's do 16. Let's do before you dealt with your relationship, I guess. And what would you tell your 16-year-old self? Boats and hoes.
Maybe I'd probably tell myself to fail, but with a mindset to fail for a reason. Because I had my whole high school was like, don't fail. Like if you fail, you're not like failure was like the thing you didn't want at all. That was my mindset at that time, like in high school. So I feel like if I failed more, I probably would have learned more. But failed with the mindset of like failing to learn instead of just failing to fail because I didn't give a fuck. Like failing because like you tried but you still failed. I don't know. I guess just fail more and learn. Like look to learn more because I don't think I looked to learn at all when I was younger. I was just like I don't want to be in school. So that was like the whole mindset. So I guess now look to learn instead of like kind of just go through the motions. That's what I did through high school. I kind of just cruised it. I did like bare minimum to get the A, and I was like, alright, we're good. But I didn't actually learn anything.
To get that A.
Yeah.
Nice.
A's average now, man. Yeah, man. I was like the most average student, but I had straight A's for like one of my years in high school. But I didn't do anything. I wasn't sitting at home studying. I was like playing video games till like 11 o'clock and waking up at 8. Like, oh shit, I gotta go to school. I never really tried at school. It was just like, write 300 words, I'd write 300. But yeah, I guess learn more. Learn more would be my consensus.
That's tight. Alright, man. Anyway, thanks to the homies. Thanks to Lorenzo.
Wait, what about you?
Yeah.
Me?
I was like,
Yeah,
I
end
got
the
a
fucking
question-
podcast, my
I got a
bro.
question for you. I got a question for you.
Alright, go.
What's your dream for the podcast?
Let's see. The dream for the podcast is I want to help one person who's like 18 or younger than me to like learn something and say, hey, thanks for what you've done. Thanks for the podcast. Thanks for having this here. Thanks for having like conversations that we can't have at school or we can't have with our parents because they have to go through the shit where we can't talk about shit. But, or anything, bro. Anything to help people like us. I don't see role models. I don't see people like saying like, hey, you should do this. If you're like me, you should be like this. Because I see, honestly, I say mainly people's. I see YouTubers that are white, or I see YouTubers that aren't like me, but I kind of look up to them in a way, but I don't identify, if that makes sense. But that's the goal of the podcast. I want to have diverse people say their experiences, not just in St. George. We like me and him plan on traveling everywhere, bro. We want to go California, New York, set up shit. Cause I have cousins in New York that experienced like the. I don't know if I want to like support. I support anyone's decisions, but I have some cousins that are like, who are supportive of the LGBTQ, all that. Yeah. I have cousins that are part of that community that support that stuff. That I don't. Yeah. Like I don't support. Like that's just me. Like everyone does their own things, but I love to make different perspectives and I don't know, but I watch a lot of YouTube. There's just people not like me, so that'd be cool to be someone to look up to.
What's your dream for the podcast?
It's to go viral, to show people more than like we're not just athletes. Okay, go.
What if it goes viral, but in a bad way?
Fuck it.
Backlash.
Like if I have to explain myself, I will.
I'm
But
not saying like you have to explain yourself. Like if it goes like in a bad way.
like if we get canceled or
I mean, who cares about getting canceled?
We're talking about like financially, like,
Yeah.
like it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
I feel like just already thinking that for like a startup is kind of like,
Well, yeah, like expecting failure is bad.
Yeah.
But I would
like if no one views it,
yeah.
no, because I mean, you have to start somewhere.
yeah.
Shoot, freaking everybody that does their first YouTube video, they don't expect it to.
What do you consider failure? Like
No, what I mean is like I'm like stuff that like we talk about. Like,
Yeah.
you ever think like consequences of like what happened? Because I mean, like even like huge people, like they say, I don't know, like Kevin Hart, he said something about trans people. He had a huge backlash on it, where he almost didn't even finish his tour, but then he decided to finish his tour and he broke record numbers. I'm just saying, like, do you ever think of like if that could happen?
if I get big enough and then I start relying this as a source of income, then maybe. But I honestly would rather have.
As of right now, would you just rather just
Yeah.
the truth of what's going on?
I'd rather hear everyone's opinions than just sit in an echo chamber where I'm only. Yeah, where I'm talking to someone who thinks the same way I do. That's why it was good to have you two on, because certain things I don't think or not that I agree with. Like everyone has their own opinion, but I don't. No, we don't. We all have different opinions, and that's okay. Like, I think as long as there's a place to where we can talk, like that's all I can say. Like, I want a bigger audience to say like, yo, there's people with actual opinions. Like, I never thought, like, in my life,
Deep podcast.
bro, that dude exploded, bro. But I'm not looking to like say like, oh, women are shit, and then say something behind that. Like, that's his main thing. Like, he says crazy shit that no one agrees with, and then if you listen to actually what the fuck he says, there's some truth behind it. But I just,
So do you agree with it or not?
it depends. I don't agree with. Well, a lot of the stuff he says is jokes. A lot of it is like when he talks about slapping women, it's a joke. He's not actually like slapping women. Even when they showed the shit that was happening, it was a sex play. Like, he wasn't actually beating women. He was just doing it because that's what the fuck he was into or whatever. But like I said, I don't think people like us are represented well enough. So hopefully one day this shit pops off. And I'm just being lazy, but
Okay, alright.
yeah, we'll have Lorenzo. Thanks, Lorenzo. When Lorenzo goes famous, we'll only thank him. Thank you.
Steve, what the heck? What just happened? What just happened?
Pay attention.
Well, I'm in on the level. I think everybody's
Nah, man. But yeah, for real. Thank y'all. Whoever is watching. For surely.
Roger that.
But yeah,
It's a podcast. It's a podcast.
Love, peace, chicken grease.
thanks for coming, homies. That shit was fun.
Brandon likes it in space.
It's not recording no more.
What the fuck? Dang. There we go. Go.
Oh, what?
Come on, bro.
Hold on, right now. We go.
Ow.
Bro, let them outside.
Bro, you got 39 bro.
Hold up, this McDonald's.
Damn, why'd you take that off?
Sorry.
Prime vision. Mr. Prime vision, bro.
Freaking garden over here.
Ow.
Here, help me move this desk real quick. Why is letting them outside? Oh, they're picking you up?
We're gonna. They want to come inside.
Steroids. You need help? What you need?
It's just
Oh,
they said they left McDonald's. They said trash.
damn, that's fucked up.
Label.
So you need help?
Yeah, just move this whole desk. Hold on.
Alright, so right here. Yeah.